When you remove the making from a maker, you become a brand, hands down. My name is Bill Mitchell, and I am the owner of Billiam Jeans. We make custom jeans. You come into our store, we take your measurements, you can pick out some fabric, and then we will build you a custom pair using the 15 brand new or vintage machines that we have in our shop. We also do aprons for any craftsman, and then we also do custom leather work. My birth certificate name is William, and I'm the third. So my father and grandfather both went by Bill. And when I was in college, people were like, well, your name is William and you go by Bill. That doesn't make any sense. We're gonna call you Billiam. So I was like, I'll go by Billiam. So that's how it came about. Being the owner of the company, I also know every single thing about the stitches that go into every part of the jean, how it works, how the patterns are made. What makes us different is that we go to every single length to educate the customer about what we're doing here and then give them something that is so in-depth, such an experience that, you know, there is no comparison to that. So the history of Billiam begins with a friend of mine who was tailoring his clothes, and one summer I asked him, he's like, man, where are you buying all your clothes? And he said that he has a sewing machine in his basement and he tailors his clothes. And I was like, that's pretty weird, but I've got nothing else to do, so I'm gonna try it myself. So I went in my parents' basement, got on my mom's sewing machine, and I tailored all my stuff. Before I knew it, all my clothes fit perfectly too, and I was like, I wanna try to make something from scratch. So I made a pair of blue jeans. As an entrepreneur, your work ethic it's seasonal, I would say, in a very honest answer. You will have seasons where you are just nose to the grind, just going for it, and you're on top of everything, you're being really successful and everything's going great. And then after a year of doing that, you get really tired and you become just exhausted, you know? So then you have to somehow muster some energy back up and have another good season. And so I would say that my work ethic is always a very specific, dominant, I love working, I love being here, I love creating. But whether I'm as efficient as possible is always the question. When I first started making things, I was 21 years old. This was in 2009. And yeah, I mean, I really had no idea what I was doing. I was just kind of messing around. Didn't have any money at all. And so the progression from the past 7 years has basically been a lot of just wise investment. I have been really good and fiscally responsible with the money that I have made here. For the first 6 years, I didn't take any money for myself. I worked other jobs while I was doing this, and I basically did my part-time job to pay for my full-time job. It took a lot of just patience. It was the hard way. I didn't do a Kickstarter. I didn't just launch something and ask people for money. I actually built this with my own two hands, and it was a game of patience. If you want something bad enough, you will work for it. And to me, I didn't come from a place of money. I didn't have anybody that was financially backing me or telling me what I should do. Aside from the people that I would get advice from, everything that I had to do was use the money, the small money that I had, and invest that and turn it into more. I feel like from the beginning, I wanted to show people that did not come from money, people that did not have investment, that, you know, for whatever reason, they just, you know, they needed to start like me. I wanted to give those people a story that they could go ahead and say, if that guy did it, then I could do it too. We have built this brand on word of mouth almost exclusively. I mean, social media is huge, obviously, but when somebody comes in and buys a pair of jeans for $250, that's a lot of money. You're probably gonna wanna talk about that because you just spent a lot of money on it. The other side of it is we really believe that we do a good job. So if you are walking around and your jeans do come from us, people are probably gonna notice you have really nice jeans on because they're gonna look good. But along the way, we've picked up some really big clients. And one of those clients I met a year ago. They're they're a shoe company in downtown London. And they get all their shoes made in Italy in the factory that they own. It's an incredible brand called Oliver Sweeney. So I had liked a photo of theirs on Instagram. The owner bought a pair. He liked them, said the best jeans he's ever had. So he wanted to do a collaboration. So we made 40 pairs of jeans. They flew us over. We sold those jeans in their store, and we sold out of those within the first month. My creative inspiration, I think, comes from the word curiosity, okay? I am a very curious person. I think that practicing curiosity is the one thing that you need to do to be a creative person. If I want to ride a motorcycle, I don't just want to get on that motorcycle. I want to know how the engine works and how the brakes work and the shocks work and everything, you know? So I bought a motorcycle and I built the entire thing from scratch. And now I, for the most part, understand how motorcycles work. So the idea of curiosity is constantly pressing myself to have my eyes open to new experiences that if I didn't otherwise try to expand that, I would just stay the same. If you never step out and put yourself out there, then you'll never really learn. Whether you wanted to start a business or you just wanted to just have fun and learn how to do woodworking, every person needs to do that. I think it's very important for people to have those things. Whatever you find to be creative is what you need to pursue.